Hi everyone, I'm here to talk to you about how to make gratitude leaves and gratitude trees. And to me, it really is all about the art of nature and the nature of art and how we care for one another and how we care for our planet. What I've done in the past is be an art teacher, and I taught elementary school. And a lot of the ideas I have are my happy memories of working with children, because I learn more from them probably than they learn from me. And it's really a big joy to be able to share this with you today. And we're getting up into November then soon, which is all about Thanksgiving and gratitude. But I'm here to say, hearts aren't just for Valentine's Day, and pumpkins aren't just for Halloween and jack-o'-lanterns, and gratitude isn't just for Thanksgiving. It's all mixed up, and good things can come from that. And we're going to talk about now going out into nature and what can you find? Right now, I'm just smitten by the colors of fall and the leaves. And around here in North Carolina, where I live in Durham, the leaves are just beginning to change. They're really beautiful. And so I have these early morning walks. So I encourage you, whenever you can, safely to go with your family or safely with your friends and go for walks. And this time, look for things that you can find around you, that it's okay, that you have permission to pick up things. These branches that I have, I found in my yard, and so I had a purpose for them. I brought them back, and I hope you'll find something to make your own gratitude tree. And what I did first to get my own inspiration is I made my own personal gratitude tree. And this represents some things in my life, some happy memories. When I worked at the Scrap Exchange long ago, when they first started, I learned a lot about creative reuse. And the Scrap Exchange is a creative reuse center here in Durham, and it's modeled after Reverse Garbage in Sydney, Australia, which has just been a wonderful thing and a resource for materials. And I put in my gratitude tree a birthday card that my neighbor sent me. That was just a nice surprise. People have given me heart things because I use a lot of heart motifs in my work. And these pink flowers I inherited from my friend Wendy, who was an art teacher who passed away, and she was a textile artist. And so we were gifted a lot of her things. And so I put that in memory of her, but also in gratitude for the things that I learned from her. And down here are some cookie cutters for two reasons. One is because I like to cook, and I've enjoyed cooking for my family, and I learned that from my grandmothers. But I also want to encourage you, as you're thinking about what you might do, you could, instead of making gratitude leaves or gratitude hearts, you could bake something and put a gratitude message and give it as a gift to someone, or make it be special in whatever way that you'd like to do. One thing that's on my gratitude tree is this beautiful angel, and it's a ginger cookie, and I bought it from the Durham craft market from somebody who makes them. But I wanted to give that as another example of how you can have fun creating with the thoughts of what we're talking about. And this is made, it's decorated with pumpkin seeds and black beans and kidney beans, and it smells good. While I was at the grocery store, I have to buy food, and I'm there like everybody else. And I knew I was thinking about what we're going to talk about, but I found this new Oprah magazine, and it says Finding Gratitude, Yes, Even Now, in this time that we're in. And I opened it up to page 76, like it said, and here's the article, Finding Gratitude. Though the world may seem wobbly, we can steady ourselves by focusing on the things we are so thankful for. And I love that it has the heart and it has the nature things, because those are important. I used to work at a frame shop, and I brought this out too. It's just it's a corner, but what this does is help us reframe. Many scientists tell us that in that process, it literally does rewire that part of, when we have difficulty, this practice really can make a difference for us. I have a couple books too. This is an old book back from the 70s, but it has lots of good ideas for using nature found things and, milk cartons and paper plates and all of those things, sticks and stones and ice cream cones. And this is another favorite child's book that I connect love and these simple things and expressing gratitude together. So let's start back right here now. A while back, a friend gave me this old, it's a metal, it's like a Christmas tree. But what I did as an artist was put ornaments that said joy on those. And that was my exercise in bringing joy around me. And then I got to make up, there's a real joy tree, and there's real joy fruits on there, and I had fun with it. And then every time somebody came to my house, I could say, pick a joy fruit off the joy tree, and it transformed what the conversation was about. And I'm hoping that making the gratitude leaves and gratitude trees can do that as well. So when I knew that I'd be doing this, I put the word out. I put the word out to several different groups, and I especially reached out to my Senior Saints group at my church. And I'm sort of on the borderline. I'm 64, and most of my friends in that group are older than I am, and our time that we're in, anybody of that age is considered high risk. Well, you're at home. It's hard to do the things that you want to do. And this was such a great fit. So I was just, I don't know how to say it, very touched, very moved with the response and the messages that came. And what I did was get out a box, and I labeled it. And this is something that you can try in your own family or in your own communities, even at work. And I made some pre-painted watercolor paper, which I'm an artist, I have things like that at my house, but you could use cardstock, a file folder, something like that. And I gathered real leaves, and I gave out the directions for them to just trace around the leaf with a pencil and see how many they can fit on their paper, and cut out around where they traced, and then write a gratitude message on the back. And they then returned the leaves, and some people returned the scraps so I can reuse them back in the plastic bag, and then they went safely back in the box. And my son came over another day and helped me punch holes in all the leaves. And from the scrap exchange that I had talked about before, I had a whole bag of yellow ribbons, golden ribbons, and that just seemed perfect for this tree. I'd like to read you some of the things that people wrote. Love one another. I'm grateful for my mind. I'm grateful for flowers, flowers, flowers. Friends new and old. Grateful for my amazing, determined husband. And I happen to know that her husband has Parkinson's, and the person that wrote this cares well for him. Oh, so many. Kindness, mentors. Grateful for the change of seasons, and on and on and on. And all the parts came together. One person had an idea to use old birthday cards and get well cards. So that's a really, that gives you like double and triple gratitude to think about the times that people thought of you and sent you the card. And it also is a good creative reuse. So, and it made the perfect thing for the leaves. I want to just show you, most people will remember doing this from, young childhood. I'm just going to do a little demo of a leaf rubbing. So if you don't have a box of leftover crayons, you might consider keeping a box of them. If you have little people at your house, you probably accumulate a lot, but they're good for so many things. So these two already have the paper torn off, and I have some leaves that I had saved from last year, and I pressed them so they're dried. And these are magnolia leaves. They dry so nice. And it helps to make the part with the veins that stick up so you can get more texture. But you simply place the leaf underneath, and you lay the crayon down on its side and try to hold the leaf so it doesn't move around, and go all the way out to the edges. And I'm going to break that crayon. We don't usually break them on purpose, but I am this time. And pretty soon that whole leaf will begin to appear. And it does not have to be perfect, but you can make lots and lots of leaves. And I'm going to blend a little bit of yellow in over top of my green. And if I had some brown, I would put brown in there, but I think you get the idea. So it catches the texture of the leaf, and we'll cut that one out. And you can make lots and lots of leaves from one leaf. And for families that have grown-ups or older siblings, you could work with your younger little ones and help them so that they can do it without the leaf sliding around, because that could get a little frustrating. And a hole punch, when I taught kindergarten, hole punches are just so much fun. And they're really good for fine motor control. So you can punch your hole in the top like that and make lots and lots and lots of them. So that's another way. You can trace around the leaf on recycled, repurposed cards. You can paint with watercolor paints and then hang them from your branches that you found on your own walk. I'd like to show you one other free resource. When you go to the grocery store and they say paper or plastic, ask for paper. And then you'll have lots and lots of free paper. And carefully, this is a fun way to make some gratitude messages. Cut a strip. My little postman fell over. Fixing. Cut a strip of paper like that, and write it. Think about who you want to say thank you to and why, because that really helps too. So I need to say thank you. I forgot I was going to give Markeith a shout out at the beginning, but I want to say thank you to Markeith Gentry, who's behind the camera, who's volunteering and giving of his time to film this for Prevent Child Abuse North Carolina. And so I say thank you to Markeith. And so I'll say thank you for filming, and I'll write that for my gratitude message. In my best handwriting. And then I can roll that up. I forgot to put some twine out here today, but if you have yarn, twine, even a rubber band, anything like that to hold it in place, you can make lots and lots of gratitude messages like that. And then you can tuck those in to the gratitude tree. You could make lots of them and put them in a box or a bowl for somebody that you want to say thank you to. If you have somebody, a friend or relative that's in a nursing home or, is not able to get out, that would be a really fun thing to make for them, and they could open one each day. There are lots of ways that you could do similar things like that. And that's all from a brown paper bag. And of course, you can cut out leaves from that same paper bag. Here's an easy way. Just get a rectangle, fold the paper in half, and just cut a smile of that, and then you have a leaf. And you can do the same process. Write your gratitude message on it, punch the hole. You could make a bookmark. There are lots of other things that I'm sure you could think of. In fact, I'm going to stick that in this book. This is a gratitude journal, and this is made from a plain old $1 composition notebook that you can get at Dollar General, Family Dollar. These would make really great gifts, but use it for yourself. Use it for your time to get your thoughts focused each day. So my final little activity to foster these connections and foster the gratitude theme is write thank you notes. I'm going to talk like my mom. When I was a little girl, she would make us sit down at the kitchen table after any gift receiving time, birthdays, any kind of Christmas, any other holiday where we received something, and we had to write our thank you note. And for my little sister who couldn't read or write yet, she would say what she wanted to say. We would write it down, and she could make her letters, so she actually copied the letters and the words on her paper. So find a nice blank card. You can get those just about anywhere these days. And an envelope. Make one of your leaves, or make another simple thing. Easy, easy, easy. And glue and glue sticks, they're our friend. Just add that on there and write your message inside. I was at the post office the other day, and I found out there are even special stamps that say thank you. So I hope this has inspired you. I hope it's helped you focus on how you can foster connections, how you can have a fun family activity. Your gratitude trees could be used all year round. You might have a special place where you live to have it there, and if there are several people living together, you could really make that last all year long and add things to it. So thank you so much, and I wish you many, many moments of gratitude and many times to connect and reach out to other people.